Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Math 389. Today we will discuss lesson 4, determine line equation. All right. Now, before we discuss, determine a line, we need to do some preparation of this, First of all, we have to write the equation in intercept form. Write the equation in intercept form. So we want to write, what is the intercept form? Intercept form is y equal mx plus b, right? So any form we want to transfer to y equal mx plus b, like this, right? So for example, number 1, right? And we want to make it as like y equal mx plus b. So therefore, we have to take a y equal 5 plus, we do the discrete property. So be 3x minus 3 times 4, which is 12, okay. Then we do a little bit, simplify this. So we have a 3x, 5 minus 12, how many? 5 minus 12, which is -7. So do we change this? This is m slope, and this is intercept. Intercept will be -7, all right? So that is how we write the intercept form like this, okay? Now what about next problem? We want to write y equal mx plus b, right? So again, y equal -2 plus x plus 1, y equal x, -2 plus 1, which is -1, all right? So what is our slope? Slope is 1, right? Intercept is how many? It will be -1. So y equal x minus 1, okay? Next, slope, all right? Now what is the slope? Given 2 points, A, x1, y1, and B, x2, y2. All right, so let's say this is, this is x-axis and y-axis, this, and then we have 2 points, right? All right. One is x1, and then this y1, right? The other point, let's say we have x2, y2, and then we make a line, and then we have a slope, right? So we take a y2 minus y1, right? We take a this minus this one, right? We take a y2 minus y1, all right? So we have a distance like this. We have the distance like this, all right? And then change in different color. Next, this is x1, this is x2, and this is y1, y2, like this, okay? So we take a x2 minus x1. Okay, this, we take a x2 minus x1. So we got this, right? Right, we got this. So therefore, we have a rise, all right? This is called a rise. This is called a run, all right? So we have a ratio, So slope is a ratio of what? Ratio of a rise over run, okay? Next, here is another example for this, right? So if we want to find a slope for this, right? So this is a rise. This is a run, right? So again, here we take a rise, which is 4 minus 3, all right? Over run, 6 minus 2, right? So therefore, we have 1 over 1 over 4. So that is the slope, okay? Give you more example. Okay, here you can see this is a rise. This is a run, right? We take a rise over run is a ratio. Slope is a ratio of rise over run, okay? Now here is example. Given A is 3, 1, B is 5, 4, find the slope of AB, okay? So we want to find the slope of this, all right? So rise over run, which is rise, okay, now we take a what? We take a 4 minus 1. Now what about run? We take a 5 minus 3. So we have a 3 over 2, right? 3 over 2, which is the slope. This is the slope, okay? Next problem, we find the slope of passing through the point. So passing this, okay? So rise again over run for this, all right? And we have a ratio for this. So we have 0 minus 4, right? Take a 0 minus 4. Now take a -1 minus -3. Gotta be careful. Minus a negative. So you put a parenthesis there, okay? And that helps, you know, for the calculation, all right? So therefore, -4, 1, plus or minus. It is plus 3. Is that right? So therefore, -4 over -1 plus 3, how many? That's 2. So -4 over 2, which is -2. This is a slope, okay? Now here, we have a line equation. This is called a standard form, right? AX plus BY equals C. Now normally A here, we take a whole number, right? A positive whole number, okay? And then intercept form is y equal mx plus b. Y equal mx plus b, that's the slope. And then that's the, you know, formula. You know, rise is this over run, all right? Y2 minus Y1. What about run? X2 minus X1, okay? And that's the, you know, kind of review for this. And then next, there's a couple of problems that I like to go over with you, okay? What is the slope of the line that passing through 4, -6, and -2 and 3, all right? That's the first problem, okay? Next, find the slope of R so that the line through R4 in 0, 5 has a slope of a -2, okay? Let's do the first problem, okay? Let's do the first problem. Again, we rise over run, right? So rise over run. So we take a 3 minus -6, all right? Now this is a slope formula, right? So again, we have a rise over run. So we can 3 minus -6, how many? All right, we got a 3 minus -6, we got a 9, right? So what about run? Run is x2 minus x1. Now x2 right here, so let me point out here, this is actually is x1, y1. And then this is x2, y2, right? For this point, right? So now we take y2 is 3 minus -6, right? And then what is x2? X2 is a -2 and minus what? And minus 4, right? and then we substitute. Now next we simplify it. Now we simplify it, we got a 9 all over -6. So 9 all over -6, we have to simplify, all right? So basically, you know, the final answer is -3/2, right? -3/2. So actually, this is the slope, okay? Next problem. Find a value R so that the line through R4 and 0, 5 has a slope of -2. So in this problem, we already know what? We already know the slope is -2, right? Right. And then we know one point is 0, 5, right? And then the other point, oh, we know the coordinate R and 4. So we have to find what's R, right? So we plug in slope is -2 there. And we take a 5 minus 4, right? 5 minus 4, which is a rise, right? This is a rise. What about run? Run take a 0 minus R, 0 minus R, like this. All right, so we simplify this, -2 over 1, which is equal 1 over -R. All right, and find the cross product, and we solve for R, and R is 1/2, okay? So we're finding out R is 1/2, okay? Next problem, find the X and Y intercept of the graph of 2x plus 3y equal 5, right? Then write the equation in slope-intercept form, okay? So this one, you know, two question. One is find the X and Y intercept. And the other question is write the equation in intercept, you know, slope-intercept form, okay? So we want to find the X-intercept. So we have to let Y equal 0, right? So Y equals 0 there, plug in this. So therefore we have a 2x plus 3 times 0 equal 5, right? So therefore 3 times 0 is 0. So 2x equal 5. Then we simplify this, right? Divided by 2 for both. So therefore x is equal 5/2. So the X-intercept is a 5/2, okay? Now what about, we have to find Y-intercept. Now Y-intercept, then we have to let the X equal 0. So plug in X equals 0. So 2 times 0 plus 3y equal 5, all right? That right here. Then 2 times 0 is 0. 3y equal 5, all right? 3y equal 5. So, and then both divided by 3, right? Divided by 3. So therefore y equal 5/3. Now y equal 5/3, which is the intercept, all right? So if we find the intercept for X-intercept, we find Y-intercept for this, okay? And the next problem is what? Then the right equation in the slope-intercept form. So 2x plus 3y equal 5, right? And then that means we're gonna change this, you know, 2x plus 3y equal 5. That means we're gonna change the slope-intercept form like this. That means we're gonna change the slope-intercept form like this, okay? So in here, you know, we minus 2x minus 2x for both, all right? So that means y one side and x the other side, right? That means a slope-intercept form, right? And then next, we divide it by 3, for both. So therefore, we have y equal -2/3 x plus 5/3. So here is the answer. Negative, you know, we can see the slope m. This is m, right? This is slope. This is intercept, right? The intercept is, the slope is negative 2/3. And the y-intercept is a 5/3, 5/3, 5/3, okay? So this is the problem, you know, we practice with the slope, okay? And then here is another problem. The slope is 3 and the line passes through the point 5, 16. The next problem, the line passes through the point 10, -4, and -7, 13, okay? Do some practice with the slope intercept, all right? Do some practice with the slope, all right? So here, what's the first problem? You know the slope is 3, right? Okay. So the slope is 3, and the line passes through is a 5, 16, and how we write the equation, all right? That's the right equation, all right? So first of all, use the slope intercept form, all right? So we know the slope is 3, right? So replace m with a 3, right? So we have a y equals 3x plus b, right? And next, we have to figure out what the b is. B is intercept, right? But since we know this point is through 5 and 16, so we want to replace, you know, x and y with a 5 and 16. So put in there as a 5 for x, put in there as a y for 16. So 16 equals 3 times 5 plus b, right? Then 16 equals 15 plus b, right? And then both divided by, don't subtract 5, 15, so therefore that's why we got a 1. So 1 is equal b, all right? So b is what? B is intercept. So now we figured out b is intercept. So y equals 3x plus 1. That will be the equation, right? We have a slope, we have intercept, right? So that is the equation, okay? This is the equation, okay? Next, I want to find out the lines through the point 10 and -4 and -7 and 13, right? So you want to find what's the equation of the line. But we know the line past these 2 points, right? So first of all, we use a slope, find the slope, find the slope, find the slope. And next we find the intercept, okay? Now find the slope, use the slope intercept, slope formula. And then we have a rise over round 13 minus -4, right? We have a round -7 minus 10, all right? So we simplify this, our slope is -1, all right? Now what about intercept? How we find intercept? In this time, we have to find intercept, because we know y equal -x plus b, right? And we don't know the intercept. But we do know the path is, 1 point and the other point like this. So for me, I think that I will pick up the easy to calculate, or either one you can do the calculate. Let's say I want to pick up the 10 and then -4 and plug in, right? Now plug in there, substitute x and y. So substitute x as 10, substitute b as -4. So this is how I did, right? So -4 equal -1 times 10 plus b, all right? And then simplify this, I have a 6 equal b, all right? So 6 equal b, that means I know the b is a 6. Now here, I already calculate. The slope is equal to -1. So I know the slope and I know the intercept. And then I plug in slope, plug in intercept into the equation, right? So then I can find what the equation is. So here, I plug in this. Here I plug in this, right? So therefore, I got the equation is equal y equal negative x plus 6, right? All right, so now sometimes the problem just give you the graph like this, and the graph like this, and have you to determine the equation, right? Determine the line, right? So you have a graph like this. You have a graph like this. Can you find the equation? Can you find the determine the line? Okay. Actually, we have several steps you can do. All right. Number one, we have to find the slope. Step one. Step two, write the line equation in the slope intercept form with the slope given. Step three, find the y-intercept through one of a given point. Step four, write the line equation in the slope-intercept form or in the standard form with the slope and the y-intercept given, okay? All right, so now, let's say I wanna do the problem and with the fourth step like this, you know, and then I will determine a line equation. I will find the equation, okay? So here is a problem, okay? Here is a problem, and then I like to determine the line equation, right, for this problem. Now, in this example, here I find, mark this line through what point? 2, 0, and what else? And 0, 2, right? So this example, I find this line, you know, is passing 2, 0, and 0, 2, right? So I will do step by step, okay? Step one, right? Find the slope. So I know this, you know, this equation is passing 2, 0, and 0, 1, right? So I have to find the slope. Find the slope. Slope actually is m, right? And I take a rise over run, which is equal 2 minus 0, 0 minus 2. So therefore, is 2 over negative 2, which is equal to negative 1. Okay, that's step one. I find the slope, right? Step two. Step two, I have this, and then plug into the y equal mx plus b. So I plug in slope into the equation. So y equal negative x plus b, right? All right. So the next things I need to find out is what? Is an intercept, which is b, right? So step three is, all right? So I can pick up any point, 2, 0 or 0, 2, right? So let's say I pick up 2 and 0, right? And plug into this equation, right? So x is equal to, I pick up the 2, 0, and then I want to plug in this, and plug in this, y equals 0, x equal how many? X equal 2, so negative 2 plus b, right? And then next, plus 2, I can figure out what the b is. I can solve for b, right? So plus 2 is 2. Plus 2 is 0, right? 0 plus b, so equal b. So intercept is what? It's a 2, right? intercept is 2. Step 4, write the equation. We have a slope intercept, and then we plug in this y equal, what's the slope? Slope is -1. -1, so -1, so actually is -x. What's the b? B is 2. So then what's the equation? This will be our equation. Equation is this. This is our equation. Okay, we have 4 steps. Okay, to find the equation, to find the line equation. Okay, let's do another problem. Okay, let's do another problem for this. All right. And this problem, I find this equation. I want to find what's the equation is. So this problem, I find this is a -7 and 0. All right. Another line is a 0 and 7, right? Okay. So I know the 2 point, one is here, the other is right here. Okay. Okay. So now let's do 4 steps for this. Step 1. Step 1. All right. Step 1. Find the slope. Find the slope. So we have -7, 0, and then 0 and 7. All right. And then find the slope, which is rise over wrong. 7 minus 0. 0 minus -7. So gotta be careful. Put a parenthesis there. So 7 over -0 minus -7, which is +7. So answer is, the slope is 1, right? Step 2. Step 2. So we're gonna plug in this to the equation. For y equal mx plus b. So therefore y equal x, because I plug in here is 1, right? 1x. So we plus b. Okay. Step 3. Step 3 is, all right, I find any point from here and plug in this equation, right? So take a -170 and plug in this equation. So y equals 0, x equals -7 plus b, right? Then I can figure out what the intercept is. So this is, and once I plus 7 for both, I find it now b is equal 7, right? Final step. Step 4, write the equation. Do we have, this time, do we have a slope? Yes. What's our slope? Slope is 1. So we have x, 1x, right? What about b? B is how many? B is 7. What is our equation? This is our equation. This is our final answer, right? So y equal x plus 7. So we can go back to this. We figured out this. This equation is y equal x plus 7, right? All right. We're here for today. If you have any questions, please send me an email and then I will answer you. Thanks for watching. You have a great day. Bye-bye.